Welcome in, welcome in, welcome in, welcome in. We are getting this party started. As you can see, we're talking about degrees versus certs. Let me check my audio. How we doing on the audio? Mic check, mic check, mic check. Y'all can hear me? Mic check, mic check. Let's see. Mic check, mic check. Oh, no audio, no audio. How about now? Welcome in, welcome in. Let's get this party started. How about now? Yup, I got audio coming through. We are live on YouTube. So let me go ahead and check over there, make sure everything's popping. Welcome in, everyone. We're talking about degrees versus certs. That's the topic, y'all. Degrees versus certs. You see it right there. I know there's a lot of things going on in the world today. You could be anywhere right now. And if you can pop in and chat with me, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We are learning, we are growing, we are constantly building, constantly. And in order to grow, you need to invest in yourself. You need to spend time doing things. Like what, Nate? What kind of things? Like getting certs, baby. Like getting degrees. Those are different things that are what's going to separate you from the competition, because the competition is fierce right now. Them boys is going crazy. So what's up, Lumia Tex? Welcome in. A previous guest came through, shut it down, helped us out, talked about women in tech. We need you back. There's going to be more topics that you could cover. So just appreciate you. Welcome in, everyone. What's up, D Cruz? What's up? What's up? I almost said Cyber Expat. That's me, y'all. That's me. That's my. I'll be doing something special with Cyber Expat. I will be an expatriate. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. And as you can see, we are talking about degrees versus certs. And I got a mystery guest coming through. We had a last minute switch up, so we don't have certification games coming through. And if you're not following him, go check him out. He's doing some fantastic things in the space, helping folks out really figure this out. It's a complex, what seems to be a complex topic. My goal in my lives is to slow the conversation down as much as we can. And honestly, it's not slow enough. It's not slow enough because folks are still feeling like they're not getting the answers that they need. So I talk about many things every single day. And I was just on Mimi's live, and the main thing there, mentorship, community. The main thing when Lumia Tex was here, mentorship, community. You need to lean on folks that have been there, done that. Welcome in, y'all. What's up, Tiana? Welcome in. We are welcoming folks up. Even though we're going toe to toe, we got MG and IT coming through, which I see he just stepped into the building. We still want to welcome folks up to have this conversation. We're not going to do the whole, how do I break into IT and cyber? You should be listening and learning on how to accomplish that, or check out some of the previous lives. They're on YouTube, or come to a future live. We got some heavy hitters. Go check my profile. We got some major heavy hitters coming through. I've been making connections, shaking hands, kissing babies, all that crazy stuff. You know what they say. I've been networking, y'all. I've been networking like crazy. What's up, Delete Me? Welcome in, welcome in. I introduced myself to folks. Thankfully, everyone has been really, I've been really fortunate enough, and we have been fortunate enough to get nothing but yeses. No one said no. Some people have said, not right now, I'm a little busy, come back later, talk to me later. And of course, you got to follow up. You got to be consistent. And I did that. And sometimes the door is open. Sometimes the door's still closed. So, and that's okay, y'all. That's okay. We're not going to get everybody. But, and I don't attempt to get everybody. I am very strategic about who I pick. And it's usually someone that I see that they're doing things in the space that is, something that should be shared with others. So welcome in. What's up, base players? We talk about cybersecurity. This is CyberTalks. Today we got cyber security, degrees versus certifications, y'all. Degrees versus certifications. It's long overdue. I think I tried it once, and a lot of folks were pro certs. There was a lot of pro certs out there. A lot of pro certs. I'm pro degrees tonight. I'm pro degrees. So I am not the special mystery guest. I got someone coming through who can represent pro degrees. And let me see. Let me get MG and IT up here. We get this. Make sure audio is straight and all this other stuff. Let me switch the scene up real quick. Let me switch the scene up. Get some guests up here. We're gonna switch it up on them, y'all. We're gonna switch them up. We're gonna switch it up real quick. Let's get a guest up here. Let's see what we got. Yep, that'll work. All right, MG and IT coming through, y'all. I got a follower goal, y'all. If it's your first time here, come follow me. Thank you for the gifts. Let's hit them likes. Let's get some people in here. Some new folks, so we can talk about this topic. We're talking cyber security. We're talking about degrees versus certifications. It's a complex one. It's a complex one, y'all. This one's complex. Some people, what's up, Meow? Some people have simplified the conversation, made it real easy, breezy, and just said, pro certs. Just go get your certs. Go get your certs and get in the game. Welcoming folks up. Come up, y'all. Come up. Let's talk about this topic. Appreciate it. Or I've had some vets that have been in the space and they hit a ceiling when they didn't have that degree. They hit a ceiling. So I think today's time is going to be a good learning moment and a good opportunity for folks to get some perspectives out there. That's what this is all about. What's up, bro? What's up? Welcome in.
What's up, y'all? Mic check.
Mic
How we
check
feeling?
coming through good. Mic check coming through good. I'm feeling good, man. I'm feeling good. Hold on, let me check another. Let me check YouTube. Make sure I can hear you just fine. Can you do a little bit talking?
Yeah, mic check. How we feeling? How we feeling? Everybody live. We in here.
Yeah, we in
Man, I'm
here.
ready to get this topic hashed out, man. I feel like it's a lot of tension on these degrees, man. We gotta back it up a little bit.
Yeah, I see. Yeah, I feel you, bro. I feel you. This is a good one. This one's gonna be a good. Oh man, we get camera mode. He went camera
Oh
on.
yeah, it's going real.
Let me get for the folks that don't know, we had a last minute change up. We have a special guest. I haven't even told MG and IT who that special guest is, but
Right,
and just so you know, bro, I'm on your side. It's me and you, man. It's me and you.
bro.
I wish I had the let's get ready to. I ain't got that.
Hey, we gonna get you some buttons, bro. We some soundboard
All right, hold on. Let me check something real quick.
for
All
sure.
right, audio's coming through, y'all. I'm letting the other contender up.
Nigel.
Yeah, so we gonna do this, y'all. What's up, Nigel?
Yo, can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we got you,
Yeah,
bro. We got you. Let me set the table for everyone. Everyone. We are on YouTube streaming right now. We have action over there, and we have a topic that is sometimes it's complex, sometimes it's an easy discussion. And I think the way that we'll handle this tonight, and thank you last minute, we had a last minute switch up. I thank you, Nigel, for showing up and coming through and representing the team Certs. But everyone, this is not just us three up here. This is everyone. So I'm welcoming folks up to make the party even more exciting, to add in more perspectives, to so that way we can pick it apart, learn from it. But this will be a very learning moment, very respectful. We're all professionals here. I'm not tolerating
100%.
any bad language, any disrespect. That's immediate. You out of there. So welcome in folks up. Appreciate it. Hey, let's get this party started. So there's a little bit of trickery here, just because I'm pro degrees, right? But I'm also going to help, make sure things are
Appreciate the
navigating.
gift. Appreciate the gift, y'all. It's getting
So
spicy. We gonna heat this thing. We're gonna heat this thing up, Nigel. Come on.
let's the only thing I'll say, the only rule that we have here is that if you are pro, you can't be both, and you can't
Okay.
be none. So if you come up here and you talk, you got to say I'm pro this, I'm pro that. The
Word.
caveat is that the advantage that we have over here on the degree side is that you can be, if you are going to try and pull the both thing, it has to be, you have to be degrees, and then you can put stack certs on top of that to help the
Un-
other side make it even. I don't care what certs we're talking about. We're going to keep this conversation nice, wide open spread. So with that, what y'all want to do? What y'all want to flip a coin? What y'all want to do? Heads? What y'all? Because we need somebody to go first. Volunteer or voluntold?
Yeah, I'll go first. I'll set the
Set
tone.
the tone,
okay.
man.
Okay.
So I'm gonna make a preference as I begin my opening argument. In cybersecurity hiring, right? The question isn't who studied security. It's who is most likely to perform on day one. And when the experience is equal, I'm saying the experience is equal for my presence and every argument that I make. Both person, zero experience, starting day one, certs or degree. I'm gonna say when the experience is equal, certifications usually provide the clearer, more current, and most cost efficient signal than most cybersecurity degrees. And I'll start with my first argument, which is the cost reality versus the ROI. Typically, most bachelor's degree, even in state, we can say minimum 30 to 60K. Out of state, 70K and up, right? I can go through the most extensive certification route. CISSP, OACP, CISM. I'm not even spending a quarter of that, right? Now, the degree path gives you high debt and a delayed income because you have to pay that back. No one's paying 90K up front for a degree. While the
Okay.
cert path has a low cost and a fast workforce entry. Now, it wouldn't be a fast workforce entry plus the CYSA, get the CISSP. Every college, every cybersecurity job description is asking for these certs, right?
Yeah, that's what
I
I'm talking
can
about. Yep.
get I
Okay.
can
Okay.
get
I'm coming.
all
I'm
of
coming.
those certs. I
I'm
can
coming.
get all of it's no longer that expensive. Okay. I can get all of those certs full ride at that scholarships. Okay. I see it. I'm just laying my first argument on the ROI. My path, I can get the top certs that would get me past most, if not all, ATS systems to an interview, CISSP, CISM, OACP, and not even spend a quarter of what a degree cost. That let's pretend we're not in the WG route, WGU, and you're getting 12 certs with the degree. Just
Okay.
a
Okay.
degree. The degree may get you past the ATS system if you don't have any other experience. It may. Remember, on job recs, the degree isn't a requirement. It is what? Preferred
Okay.
or equivalent to other certs. That makes sense. Always remember that. It's not
Okay.
required.
All right, I like Nigel. I like how you laid the foundation of go ahead and bring up the experience like this, right? So I feel like that does change the conversation a little bit because I know a lot of our audience may be okay. I want to break in, I want to get in, and I'm trying to get paid. What am I looking at? Do I need to go get that degree, or do I need to go ahead and hop on a couple certs and start talking to some people? But if we bring the experience up to the levels that already checks you in right there as far as when you land that interview, if they got experience, if they're at the same level and they land that interview, their roadblock, what roadblock are they going to hit? And 9 times out of 10, from what I've seen, personal experience talking to people, they hit a degree roadblock if they do not have one, and that's an HR thing.
Nah.
You can have a buddy, you can have a homeboy that's a director, that's the team lead, but HR, if HR says degree for this role, it's gonna take some back end tangling
Okay.
to pull that person in
What
with no degree
company,
if the
what
experience is equal.
sector, what company and what sector is going to require you a degree? And now let's make it specific. This is how I
Okay,
know. This
okay.
is how I'm gonna kill. I'm just gonna kill this first one. I'm gonna win this one.
Because we can go. You know,
What
DOD wants
company?
degrees. DOE.
Absolutely.
I'm
Hold
in
on. Hold
DOE right
on.
now.
Hold on.
Okay, okay.
What? Okay. What degree do I need to have to get in cybersecurity? Can I get in cybersecurity with an arts degree? Does it say cybersecurity degree or IT degree on these job recs? Or does it say a bachelor's degree?
I've seen bachelor's, and then they give you like a listing of related degrees because they have that same thing that you're mentioning. They want comp sci, comp engineering. Sometimes I even see electrical engineering, but they want some sort of STEM related degree. No, you can't come in with an arts degree and be like, yeah, I was an art major. Yeah, I was a psychology major. Give me, and again, sometimes if we land experience right here, and it's literally just a diploma that they're trying to check off on an HR box, then it's going to come down to when we run that background check, do you check that box of having a diploma from from a accredited university?
Got it. Now, would you argue? Wait, you said credited.
Yeah.
Okay, I like that you said that.
You did throw that in there.
Okay. Strong degrees, especially
Strong
from
degrees.
rigorous technical programs, absolutely provide theoretical. I'm going to keep standing on that with degrees. You're getting theory, right? And long-term advantages. However, the majority of people getting degrees are not getting them from prestige colleges. Everyone is going to where? I've already seen the chat multiple times.
Oh yeah, it's heavy.
WGU. Everyone in the chat today who has time and nothing to do can get a degree from WGU.
Yeah.
Everyone.
And I can say that I am personally, as I'm pro degree, but I'm personally disappointed in the potential we had in academia, because when it comes to academia came first before certs. Academia, you're talking 60s, certs, you're talking late 90s, early 2000s. So the potential we had to lay the foundation of proper avenues of getting into these heavy fields, we got to look at, okay, what's at stake here. When we talk about landing tech roles, we got to look at what's really at stake here. In my opinion, what's at stake is we are choosing to architect, protect, and operate multi-billion dollar, some multi-million, but multi-billion dollar organizations and assets.
Ooh, pause.
So
Let's pause right there. I see where you're going. Let's shift it to Nigel and let's hear what he has to say about the prestige that we're talking about when we're talking about cybersecurity, defending the environment, all that good stuff. Go ahead, bro.
Yeah, I'll go back to what I just said. No one is going to a prestige college to get a cybersecurity degree.
Okay, so
and I say that I'm saying it very definitively, but just for argument's sake, I'm sure someone in the chat is. I'm saying most people are going to get a online WGU degree or something that's local, that all of these cybersecurity programs are being spun up at local colleges. I'm going to end with this. This is my ending argument. The amount of time, 48 months, that is going to take you, let's put WG 6-month crap out to the side. The 48 4-year basic years is going to take you to get that degree. Remember, our experience is 0. We We have neither one of us have hands-on skills. You're going for degrees. I'm going cert. I am going to be better equipped and provide clearer initial signals that I am able to do certain jobs than you will. Your degree is going to be based on most times outdated theory and no clear signals if you can do a specific job. If I get specific certs, CYSA, with a Kubernetes, with a HashiCorp, with a Microsoft Azure, with the CISSP, OACP, there are many routes and signals of jobs and roles that I would qualify off of based off the vendor specific certs and or overall certs that I get in the shorter amount of time than you will. If while you're in school getting all this old ass theory knowledge about freaking TCP handshake and all that bullshit, I'm gonna be having all these other certs being ready. So then I'll put it like this: if a job is requiring me to have a degree in arts or just a degree don't matter where I get it, and I have the OACP, CISSP, CISM, and CISA, and they're gonna pick you over me, I don't want to fucking work there.
We gotta watch the language. We gotta watch the language.
My bad.
Okay. I mean, that's real. Like, I'm gonna acknowledge that I can't vouch for every single candidate that comes out of, again, a degree versus every single candidate that comes up with some certs. But I like to lay the baselines. So I noticed when we're talking degrees and certs, both have levels, right? So the umbrella term is degrees and certs, and as we know, you shout out to Phil, you got your A plus, then you jump up, get Sec plus and Net plus, and that's if we talking CompTIA. GAC does the same thing, and many others, and they build up to, and some certs even require previous certs before getting those certs. So now we're talking about knowledge building, right? So if we remove the race against time, which I believe if you're going to protect somebody's billion-dollar asset, you shouldn't be in a rush. But if we remove the race against time, now we're talking bachelor's. You touch theory. You learn what it means to have theory.
The timepiece. We cannot remove the timepiece. If we can't,
we can add it, but that has to be the discussion. Are we talking what's the fastest way to get a tech role, or are we talking what's going to give you value in the long run?
All right, we could keep the timepiece in. However, the other thing that we have to also allow is I can also work while I'm in college, and I can also get certs while I'm in college. So let's keep going.
Work in what?
I can work in the field.
Can I work in tech?
I can work in the field.
I can be a help desk.
You could be a help desk.
Then we're adding the experience level on.
And that's okay.
Okay. I'm still taking the cert. Go ahead.
But so I mean, if we want fair across the board, we're gonna have to establish baselines. Because at the end of the day, if we do a max out, right, I get the most certed up guy. He's got the most certs, and he spent time in the field versus I get the most degreed up guy. So we're talking PhD. We're talking he's creating theories and he's creating principles that are being then turned into tools that the people are getting certs for. Because we got to remember, right? There's levels to this. These tools come from somewhere. They're not just there already.
I feel like you're arguing for me, but continue. Thank you.
But what I'm saying is that the people with degrees, they go from theory to mastering and applying that theory to creating their own theory, and that theory turns into the tools we know that get people certs. So it's like I can't take out degrees and be like, we could all just cert it up and make it happen. Because again, certs, if we're talking job readiness, like I want to get job ready, I need to perform a specific job, then everybody loves certs and degrees. Like I'm trying to create that line to where we can go.
So you would rather spend 80 to 90K on a degree and get hands-on skills during that time, that 4-year time, rather than spending 5K getting the top credited certs in any vendor that you choose and get the same hands-on skills. That's what you're telling me.
So you're saying re eliminate scholarships, eliminate potential for any sort of exterior funding? I mean, that's not
That's not
realistic.
practical.
I mean, at the end of the day, if
I
you
don't want to. I don't want to pull up. I mean, let's hold on, hold on. Let's not play the one for thee. If student debt wasn't a thing, like, hold on, let
It's a
me come
thing.
on. We're
It's a
not.
thing. Okay, okay, okay.
We're all smart
You
here.
you you
I'm
let.
not
all
saying
right,
there's no scholarships in the world, but
We
let's
okay,
be
All right,
realistic.
here's the thing. We're going to say that there is a investment, financial investment, much higher financial investment
I love help them out. Help them out. Help them out, Nate.
on the degree side. However, we have to also consider that there is assistantship, there is support that can be leveraged. It's not all the time. A lot of the times it's not. There's a bunch of money out there that's just waiting for someone to apply. So, but it's there. All right, let's keep going.
I,
okay. So let's make the argument. Okay, if I can only get one or the other, if I get a degree, I can never get a cert, or if I get a cert, I can never get a degree. Who's gonna last the longest in the field? Who's gonna be able to elevate the most efficiently in the field? I'm talking
me,
ranking.
the cert.
I'm
I'll tell you why. You want me to tell you why?
Tell me why, please. I'm telling you that.
Certifications update every few years. It requires continuous education and it aligns to frameworks. Universities lack in industry, move slowly through committees, and emphasize theory over operations. I
So
guarantee you, if you know what, never mind. Let me not.
so a
That
new
is why.
a new
That is
technology
why.
drops. A new technology drops, right? And you got two guys on your team. You got one that has just a bunch of certs, and you got one with the
Certs
Mac.
align to the technology. If I'm working on Kubernetes, I have a Kubernetes cert.
But how do you obtain that knowledge? Deg- you can't toss out theory. I'm gonna always go for theory because theory is how we get these
Hands-on
tools.
skills. You brought that in. I work on containers through my job. That's how I learned the principles and skills. Then I apply the vendor specific knowledge because that's the vendor that we're using. You won't learn and know specific vendors let me not say you will not. Colleges are slow to get vendor specific knowledge in their curriculum.
All right, I'm gonna give you that one, Nigel. Nigel got it, y'all. Nigel got it.
Yeah,
We're gonna
yeah, yeah.
pivot. We're gonna pivot. We need some more context here. So, entry level. Let's just say everything that Nigel was saying is applied to entry level and mid level roles. Let's start talking about the high level roles. Let's start talking about leadership. Let's start talking about all the other things that, because you're not always going to be a SOC analyst. Everyone knows that, right? You're not going to always,
Right.
hopefully, you're not going to always just be a SOC analyst. Nothing against, there's amazing SOC analysts out there that work for huge companies. So it's no knock. It's just, there's a level one, there's level twos, and then there's other spaces that you could dip into. So let's pivot. Nigel, when it comes to wanting to grow and hit a maximum pay, maximum respect, maximum, just accolades and footprint in the space. Would you say that you need a degree to do that?
When it comes, I'm so glad you switched this. You're not gonna help him, Nate. You're trying your hardest. You're not gonna help him. I'm gonna give you the facts, and anyone who's senior or feel free to chime in the chat. That's what it's for. When you move into senior cybersecurity roles, the debate changes. But remember, it's not about getting in the door, right? It's about when you go into leadership, it's about trust. It's about how how you've worked at past roles, how you communicate. Leadership has less to do with technical knowledge. Now, you could say a college may make you leadership ready, right? Because you're going through a long period of time of commitment, right? You have the commitment side. But I would argue that certifications like the CISM and the CISSP are geared 1000% to leadership. It is actually a leadership cert. And I would double down and say that within those certs, those two specifically, they touch on many domains. The CISSP touches on 8 domains. CISM is more focused on risk. So I would say,
But will you hit a cap at any moment in your career? Will you hit a
100%.
will you hit a ceiling without that degree?
You're gonna have outliers, but 100%. I'm telling you, the doors get closed when you missing a degree.
Once again, this is always going to be my underlying statement. If I have
pay for education,
a CISM,
like
if I have
one at a time. Go ahead, Nigel.
Go ahead.
I have a CISM, a CISP, a OACP, and a CISA, all from IC squared, and me and MG apply for the same role, and he has a bachelor's degree from WGU, no shot, y'all can sponsor me, and we both apply for the same leadership job.
But we can't hype all those certs up and not act like bachelor's is the only degree. What if I got a master's? What if I got a PhD? Like let's not throw top level certs and keep throwing bachelor's in there. That's not a level playing field. I know a lot of people. You can do a LinkedIn search right now. You search CISSP, you're gonna see a lot of master's degrees start to pop up in that education history. Because again, we got to keep the levels equal. We can't say, oh, we got a bachelor's guy here fresh out of his first 4-year degree, but we got Buddy over here with some top level CISSP plus certs. Like, come on, like let's keep
point proven. Now, what in the PhD or master's degree is going to give you the leadership skills that I'm not obtaining through the OAC, the CISSP, and the CISM? What are you obtaining in the degree that I'm not getting? And remember, we're going for a cybersecurity leadership role. What are you getting? What are you getting in that degree that I'm not getting?
I mean, these roles and curriculums are designed to implement leadership opportunities.
Leadership are 100%. Would you say leadership technical or soft skills or people skills?
Honestly, I'm gonna go soft skills on leadership.
Okay. What in the PhD program and master's degree program are you learning that I can obtain from just talking with people and being a good person and reading a leadership book?
I mean,
what are you getting from your degree?
You that's same for certs. You're not getting leadership skills out of a cert.
I didn't bring up this topic. Nate did.
But MG and IT is making a good point. If you could say in one breath that you can't gain leadership out of PhD or whatever,
you're framing the argument to me, in my opinion, not fairly. If the job rec requires a degree, then you need a degree.
Correct.
It's plain and simple. There's no debate.
Okay.
Like, correct. If I want to be a CISO and it says require a master's degree, it don't matter what certs I have. So there's no argument.
All right.
Of course he's gonna win that.
All right, we're gonna pivot.
Okay. Can I just come in a little?
Yeah,
can I just come in a little?
Hold on. One moment. I want to make sure we're clear. We got that one. The degrees got that one. You do hit a cap. You are only able to now. I don't want to work for that company because they got these high limits that in order to these high barriers to entry. So that's the reality that we live in. That's okay. It's 1-to-1. Chizo, feel free to tap in. I prefer to navigate.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Just to put a perspective here for Nigel and MG. So on MG's point about the degree, it is about the perspective that has been incorporated within the industry. That the baseline level, the best perspective is for a degree. Okay, this perspective is a bit sweeping away. They're a bit shifting from it to onboarding best talents or best skills, but the baseline that the first thing they're going to be looking at in the industry is going to be a degree. So someone with a degree is going to be of a high opportunity, is going to be highly positioned, but still it doesn't mean, because for the people that are within the industry that have the experience, the degree doesn't get to speak anything. Just like Nigel was trying to say, what are you going to obtain in a PhD that someone who is doing a CERT has not obtained? It is nothing. The answer is nothing. Actually, someone with a CERT is way better. You get it? But now the baseline for the opportunities, someone with a degree, if for most of the companies, Nigel, in Nigeria, mostly, okay, let's talk about Africa here. When you go to apply for a job, the minimum requirement they're going to be requesting from you is going to be a degree, because we've not yet done a good job to indicate it that these certs have gotten the relevance to push someone to apply for a job when it is not a requirement in the very, very first place. So someone with a CISSP, someone with a CISM, someone with a CISA, they are way better. They are okay. But now when it comes to the opportunity, they will not be looked at it they will not be looked at in the very, very first place. So in other words, it is still a challenge for us to get to be pushing, because you look at the entry certifications, like maybe the CCs, even the universities themselves, they've not pushed these curriculums to their maybe into their systems.
Okay.
You get it? So it is still a big, big, big challenge right now. That's why this topic is a bit tricky for the degrees versus certifications. And right now, if you're to give maybe some sort of advice to the young youths out there, they should not try to maybe do away with degrees, because there are a lot of entry-level certifications that can get them into the industry. But now the opportunities for the big companies that these young people could be looking out for, the benchmark or the very, very first thing, or in terms of the requirements, is going to be if you have a degree in the domain of IT, and then the certifications are put as they are of added value to someone. Like if they will tell you, maybe if you have a degree in the IT domain, and then the CISM, or any sort of ethical hacking whatsoever, are of an added advantage. If you look at all the official adverts for the professional jobs out there, if it is leadership, if it is even a technical job where someone is going to be doing penetration testing, they're not going to be like, the first requirement for us is ethical hacking. If you're certified in ethical hacking, if you're having maybe if you're an EJ PT or something, or anything else, that the professional ones for Kali, or other professional certifications for penetration testing, the benchmark is just going to be if you have a degree in the very first place, and then these other sort of experiences or certifications that have been acquired over time get to come in. So it is not all about, because this argument, sorry, I will not call it an argument.
Yeah, land the plane, bro. You land the plane, land it. So we could talk. So yeah, we can talk about it.
Yeah. So this sort of a conversation or a subject that we are having at the moment is a bit tricky and immature at the time currently, because of how the system has been designed. You get it? So that is my submission. I don't know if we aligned, MG and Nigel. I really respect Nigel, because I always get to listen. I always get to watch Nat. So I understand where they are coming from, but when we get to look at the industry currently as it is said, really, degrees do matter a lot. They really matter a lot. They're like a baseline. So that is what I got to say, guys.
Can I build on that, Nate?
Go
And thank
ahead.
you for sharing,
Go
man.
ahead.
Let's, as cybersecurity professionals and smart individuals, right? I would like to think everyone, who's here are smart individuals. Let's not let's not let's not ignore the economics, right?
Okay.
It's a very important piece. The average degree can cost tens of thousands of dollars. Yes, there's scholarships, there's grants, there's all these things. Beautiful if you're able to get that. But if that was a thing for most, we wouldn't have so much student debt. So I would say that we lean on the other side, that people take loans. Is that fair to say?
You got
I
that
think
one.
that's fair to
I,
say.
s-
You
I
got that
mean,
one.
All right.
I feel like we have to pull stats. I feel like we have to pull
No,
stats and say
what?
how much of this student debt is are tech people or tech degrees, STEM degrees. Before we use the student debt stat, we have to see,
All right.
because if
So let
we're in
me
the low percentile and five
let me
percent of student debt is
right.
STEM degree, then I
I
didn't tell you to go get an art degree.
Let me
You know what I'm
ask you this.
saying?
Let me ask
So
you this, MG. Just a very simple, easy question.
yeah,
We both have the same amount of experience. You work at help desk. I work at help desk. We don't. I know what you know. You are
theoretic. Okay,
currently getting your degree. It takes you 4 years.
okay,
It takes me 2 years and a voucher from someone who has a CISSP.
okay.
On your who is going to get a job quicker if I get my CISSP in 2 years and you get your degree in 4 years?
I mean, you gonna have to if we going for the same role
And
and they
there's
say
no degree requirement.
okay,
In the
see
two
that
years, I get my
okay,
CISSP, and at the end of your 4 year degree, you get a bachelor's in cybersecurity. We both
okay.
have the same work experience. I get my CISSP in 2 years. You get your degree in 4 years. Who's gonna get a job faster?
If I
Can I come
choose
in?
if I choose not to do any search while I'm getting that degree,
Well, if you're doing search, you on my side. Come over here, man. Drink the Kool-Aid. It's
but
okay.
but
It's okay.
but you saying no degree required. So it's like
I
that's
know it
always
is,
going
Seek
we
Nate.
got to
Seek Nate, I know
specify
it's
that
time
for a
bound. I
reason.
know it's time
But
bound.
we got to specify that for a reason because we know what issue we're facing here with a lot of companies is that a degree is required.
Let me ask you this.
Can I
And
come in?
Yeah, what you got, Chizo? And the only reason I'm muting you,
Okay.
Chizo, is because there's background. Anytime you and Nigel are off mute. Go ahead, jump in.
Okay. Nigel asked a question that I wanted to respond to. It's not just about the matter of time. But this is it. You will get your cert in actually because with professional certifications, they are self taught. You can teach yourself in 2-3 months and you obtain your certification. You get it. That is if you have some working experience, maybe for your CSSP or something. But someone will go in for a PhD for like 2 years, and they will come with a pay grade that is 5-10 times your pay, and for you've acquired these skills in 3-4 months. But someone who
it's
has
for
taken
the same role. I'm prefacing it for the same role.
no.
Okay.
If someone is taking 4 years, that simply means they are privileged. You're in the same role, but you realize that even this person who has a degree for most of the times, because the system is designed not to be just and fair, someone will come with a degree for the exact same role, and their pay grade will be a bit higher. Because now how the system is designed is the technical jargon most of the
That's a good point
times.
too. I've actually
The
made
technical
more
the
money with
technical
less
jargon.
experience.
Well, if you would look at, for most of the organizations, look at the technical people, and look at the people in leadership. You can just
I,
try to look at their backgrounds in terms of what they've acquired over time. I'm not ditching certifications because it is a bench line for people in technology to be certified with certain sort of knowledge in a given period of time. Because today, if you are looking at cloud, You know, it is someone who goes for a degree and someone who has gone for an AWS certification or a GCP certification or an Azure certification is way better compared to someone who may be a bit studied cloud as a course unit at the university. But again, when we're looking at opportunities, when we're looking at money, these particular people are going to be having a higher pay grade because that's how the system has been designed. And we are looking at this perspective on landing a job and getting that higher pay grade because that is what Net was trying to earlier address. But we are not ditching the thing of the certifications at all because they really do matter. They mean a lot to people who are already building within the industry that have maybe
100%.
landed their first job.
I get that, and you brought up, well, both of you guys brought up salary and all of that. I don't personally, I don't buy that either. Your salary is what you negotiate, and every role has a band. So if my negotiation skills are better and they are really good, I could get what you have with your degree if I negotiate my skill set and my search correctly. I can make
Ooh.
my cert equivalent to your degree if I'm able to communicate it based off what I've learned. So I'm not buying that either, but it's a good point. I'm gonna say this though.
I mean,
I'm
it happens at some companies, especially like state jobs. You can their stuff is public, and you can see the rankings and
100%.
pay change when degrees
Yeah,
get brought into the
and let me
situation.
jump in,
But
y'all.
again, it's always you can always do like this, and I mean, I feel like everybody here would agree at this point. You don't want a solo certs or solo degrees. I mean, we're all gonna go for a mix, but I'm trying to tilt. I'm trying to
Yeah.
see who's gonna tilt that.
Time out, time out. All right, let's see. Real quick, we need some engagement from the audience. Put a 1 in the chat if you do not have a degree. Put a 2 in the
Let's see
chat.
what the chat
Let's
talking about.
put a 2 in the chat if you have some sort of degree, a real degree, associates,
Said a real degree.
bachelor's, masters, a PhD. Put a 2 in the chat. And let's see, 1's in the chat if you don't have any degree whatsoever. Let's hit a 3. Somebody put a 3. Come on, man.
Bruh.
All right. So we got that information out there. That's cool.
Okay.
Let's reset real quick, y'all, because I think that it was hard to judge.
So Nate, when you look at the chat, the numbers don't lie. Yeah?
Numbers don't lie, y'all. So
Which I mean, I never expected there to be like a clear, oh, this is no brainer, or this way is no brainer, because I don't think that's where the fun happens. The fun happens is when you can find like the smallest thing to pull one way or the other. Because at the end of the day, nobody's trying to solo in tech with just certs or just. I mean, and some people might be, but I mean, I personally wouldn't even waste my time just leaning strictly on degrees or just strictly on certs. I feel like a mix is where you win, but I'm trying to see
It
if I
gotta
was
be a
forced to
mix.
get one or the other, where would I be?
Can I say, look, degrees. Oh my God, I don't even want to take it outside of this, but it's like, why am I
Bring
paying?
it, bring it, bring it,
Why
bring it,
why
bring
would
it.
I pay for like? Okay,
So
anyway.
you're a RO. I see you a big ROI
he's
guy.
big ROI.
Yes, because
Talk to me. Talk to me about salaries.
time is your most valuable asset,
Okay.
right?
Okay.
And during that time period, for the knowledge acquired at a university,
Mhm.
I can do more personally, right? It can be different for everyone
Mhm.
with my time and money for that. That is why the ROI doesn't make sense.
Okay.
I'm gonna, and just for the chat, everyone knows I am not pro cert or degree. I'm just doing it for the argument.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Same. Same.
I am saying this: for the 4 years or even 2 years it takes me to get a degree, I will have learned all of the soft skills of communicating and taking technical jargon and be able to disseminate it to non-technical leadership. I would be able to obtain very foundational certs, network, all these different things, and not be in debt or worry about this and then also not have a static once earned thing. Remember, certifications demonstrate professional engagement and often more dynamically. There's more certs coming out for specific vendors to keep you up to date on the technology, right? So many certs require continuous education for like getting credits and getting them renewed, right? Not everyone does it, but it's required most times. In a field where the threat landscape evolves rapidly, credentials that are ongoing validation carry meaningful value.
All right, I got you, bro.
If you got a degree from 40 years ago when we were running freaking, the oldest encryption, like what is that gonna what is that gonna do?
All right, but we,
You know what
all right,
It
hold
ain't
on,
that bad.
hold on,
It's
y'all.
not that bad.
So we've already said that with this degree
40 years
route,
ago.
you are allowed to not only work in the space but also gain experience and also cert up. So we got now that that's out there.
Nate, stop helping him. If you can cert up, then if we doing that route, everyone go to WGU.
Let's go. There we go.
All right.
There we go.
And everyone
and I
wants.
think-
Look, hold on. Let me make it very clear. Let's just say. Hold on. We're gonna do this. Let's say you get no work, no hands-on skills, no job experience, you just go to WGU and you get your degree and your 11 certs that come with it.
Okay.
I am not taking the ROI on that either. I'm not.
Okay. The question is.
You guys are.
Okay.
Wait, one question.
Okay.
Because Nigel made some great points about the ROI. We're gonna address it.
Yeah.
And
that's
Nigel
a heavy,
also
strong point for him.
And he also
he's pressing his thumb in now.
And he also made an incredible point about negotiating your salary. So he has an edge. But let me add this caveat: not everyone's Nigel. In fact, average people are not Nigel. Nigel's not average. So the fact that I would imagine that a person like Nigel would go get his degree paid for free somehow through experience.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I'll give you the roadmap. And I'm not even going to put the hands-on skills and get the help desk role and none of that. Get your Security Plus, go and get a GovTech role or whatever at a company that gets you an entry-level role. If you can get an entry-level role with the Security Plus, a CYSA, a Blue Team Level 1, a Splunk Core, whatever cert is going to get you in the company, most companies, if not a majority of the country, have what they call tuition reimbursement. Let the company pay for the degree. Let you spend and take apart their training budget to get the degree. The ROI don't make sense to me.
Federals, because you might get that degree required, but we're not gonna talk about that.
It don't. I'm telling you, most people.
Look, it don't matter how.
All right, time out. Getting too rowdy.
I know this is cap.
Hold on, Nigel. Hold on, Nigel.
Hold on, let me get this off.
Go ahead, man. Get it off.
Let me be quick.
Get it off.
I know they're cap. Even everybody, I know y'all are cap because if someone who came to you today with no experience and said, I want to get in cybersecurity, I only have two paths, a degree or certs, and I want to get into the field. Neither one of y'all are telling me to get the degree first. I know you're not.
So here's what I'm saying. I am hitting them with the both. But to your point, it's a strategy thing.
You made my point. Hold
on. It is it's a strategic decision. If your goal is immediate, you have a clear path. If your goal is I'm playing a long run, so I may be able to do a juggle of both, hey, make it happen, man.
I'm going for CISO one day. I want to be a director. I want to go top leadership. You know what side to come to.
Can you get a CISO role with no prior experience?
At some companies, I'm sure.
Come on, Cry One.
Somebody will hire you.
Come on, Cry One. What you got, bro?
So I want to just first off say I'm happy to see brothers in tech because I'm tired of not being able to talk to other black men in tech. But, when I started in IT, I only had certs. I'm currently at my position right now, currently being in tech. About 10 years, I'm the director of IT operations and policies for the company I work for now. I don't have a degree. Now, when I first got my certs, it was a mentor I had, Mr. Washington. He told me, "Hey, your certs can only take you but so far. You need to go out there and constantly learn." But it's not what paperwork you have is whether or not you can do the job, and you got to prove that you can do the job. So I went out and got a whole bunch of experience doing contract after contract, being told, "Hey, you need a degree for this job." Until I got the certs, I'm saying, "Hey, I have my A plus, my network plus, my security plus, my CYSA, my CCNA. I have all those certs currently right now as it stands." And then when they said, "Hey, we want to bring you into this director role, but you don't have a degree," I said, "But I can do the work. I've been a team lead, I've been a manager, even though I didn't want to. I've done all this work, and like right now, I'm going to graduate in June with my degree in computer science, but a concentration in software development."
Is your
So
company
can you?
sponsoring that?
I got to. I'm a vet.
Got you.
I
Got
let, I
you.
let
Word.
Uncle Sam. I let
Word
Uncle
up.
Sam pay for that.
So talk to us about that. What are you saying? You're getting that degree because of that offer that came up?
No, I have the job already.
Oh, okay, okay, okay,
I've been in the role for about 6 months,
Without the
but
okay.
degree.
but like I know for like if I want like if you want just to get into the field, get your certs, get experience, prove that you can do the work by doing actual projects. Because when I interview people, I know what it's like to be on the other side and only have certs. I say, "Hey, look,
100.
what can you show me that tells me that you know you can do this job? If you
Got you.
can't do the job, I can't have you in here. You're not willing to learn, I can't have you in here. If you're not
Got you.
teachable, I can't have you in here. But if you have a degree, yeah, that's great. I'm happy you spent the money to get the degree. Can you do this?
Right.
Can you do this for me? Can you show me?"
So
Like if
what
I ask
has
you,
you getting that degree? That degree you just talked about. Well, talk to
because
me about
I
that.
know for a fact if I want to get rid of the director and put chief or anything like that in front of my name, I know I need a degree. Like a mentor really came to me. He said like you gonna make the bread, you gonna do this, but you're not gonna get that title, that real world title that you after until you have that
You
degree.
not
And I'm
gonna
like,
get it.
"Sir,"
Or strategic networking and relationship
and
building.
and
I
I'm
mean,
gonna get to that. I'm gonna
you
get to
better
that
go hit
because
Okay,
the
come
getting
on,
to
hit
where
your
Fry One.
override
getting to
button
where I
right
got to
now.
now, getting to where I got to now, I worked the system with LinkedIn. I made friend after company, resource after resource, and I talked to this person, talked to that person. It's one guy I know at CDW. I've known him since I started in tech, and he's progressed the same way I have. And everywhere I go, and they put me in a position to order equipment, I got this contact at CDW. He'll get us some great prices. Let me go talk to him. I bring him everywhere I go. And then I know people work at Microsoft. I know people work at Apple. I know people work at this arbitrary company. I know a guy who worked at CrowdStrike who unfortunately lost his job when that shit happened.
Watch your
Ooh,
language.
hey,
Watch
I
your
yeah,
felt
language. Watch
bad
your
hey,
for him.
language.
yeah,
Watch your language.
I felt bad for him, and I said, "Hey,
yeah. That
I know this
CrowdStrike was
happened to you,
crazy.
but I know this happened to you, but I work at this company, and this is the position I'm in. I can get your foot in the door."
Right.
And he was like, "I appreciate that," and he works with me now. He works on a team that I actually work and manage all the fucking time. Sorry, all the time.
Let me
Yeah.
ask you this. In the time, Nate and MG,
Bless your name, Hart.
do do you
Go
do
ahead,
you
Nigel.
do you think the job market, and this is for everyone to chat to, right? Say you wanted to
Right.
start and get your degree today. Takes you about 2 to 4 years. Do you think the job market can get easier in the 2 to 4 years?
Nope.
No.
No.
Okay. Do you think what you're gonna learn in that degree in the 2 to 4 years is gonna help you get a job when the
Potentially.
dot?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is going to separate you from the candidate who has the certs and can prove the job readiness for a specific company, right? That
Okay.
that have tools that the candidate can go get certs from for the vendor.
I think it's going to be some, again, a lot of this is strategy, but I think it's going to be a lot of strategic choices about what degree programs you're going after. I don't think you need to be going out here just landing at any random old school, doing any random old program, cybersecurity, computer science, software, whatever it is. I think it comes
Would
down
you
to,
say more candidates are going to the prestigious colleges to get college degrees in IT and cybersecurity? Or are they going to either local in state or online programs?
I couldn't even say,
That-
honestly.
I believe
I
that
would
there's a big wave right now with the online quick grab and proving that you check the box.
absolutely. So let's go with that.
And
You
that's
are
fair. That's
proving
fair.
you are proving, right, that you are susceptible and going with the wave, right? You're going with the trend and think that if I get and spend this time and money and resources to get a role, remember also, this is my biggest issue. This is my biggest issue with the degrees. People's mindset. You're gonna go spend this money and time to then come out 4 years later and say, I want an entry-level role? Are you kidding me?
Right.
Are you kidding
Well,
me?
hold
You're
on.
going to hold on. Let me cook. Let me come out to help some people.
Cook that.
You're
Cook that.
going to
Let me see. Let me
school
see.
for 4 years, spending all that money, and come to me and say, I got my bachelor's in cybersecurity. I want an entry-level role. Are you kidding me? That's what you want?
No.
And
That's not what you want. That's not what you want.
So I
there's
think
nothing.
I think our biggest bankroll when it comes to academia and colleges and universities is going to be the long game. I'm not going to sit here and act like, oh, we got the short game in the bucket, because academia is not. It's research. It's theory. It's long ingrained thought processes that create the people that we need to bring out the newer tools when, VMware is no longer the hottest thing,
Let
or
me let me
Proxmox is no longer the hottest thing. You know what I mean? Like,
Ooh.
you are
we
still
need.
going to get that same technical knowledge to implement those tools. You have to know. You can't just walk in there like, oh, okay, I'm about to start messing around in the UI. You have to know how it works.
But you gotta know. You
But
gotta know if I bring you two people and one guy he has a cert for Kubernetes and another guy he has a master's or PhD in the theory that goes behind the algorithms and the actual mechanics of the software that create applications like Kubernetes. Who are you going to ask to say, hey, I need something that competes with Kubernetes? You could ask the Kubernetes guy, because
yes,
he knows
for a
everything
cloud security
Kubernetes,
role,
but
I'm
you need a
taking the
guy, you need a
yes.
theory guy that can think and create something, because I mean, a lot of times you use a tool so much, you think that tool is the hottest thing out. You're like, I know this front to back. I'm good. Like, he may be good to bring in later when you're testing out your new application and be like, all right, how does this weigh up to Kubernetes? Do you think it's better
All
or
right.
worse? But you need a deep thinker when it comes to creating this stuff. Because I mean, I get it.
You're getting that in college?
I feel like, oh, absolutely. You get into your upper level master's degrees, PhD programs, absolutely.
All right, y'all.
So
Hold
let me
on.
be
We're running out of time. I'm gonna let engineer go, and then after that, we're gonna take the tangent and get out of here. Do some closing arguments, positions and all that. But go ahead, engineer. What you got?
Let me be clear. I'm not against nobody getting their degrees. I'm not against no one getting their certs. But here's the thing, just like Mr. Nigel stated, if you're going to spend 4 years just getting your degree and nothing else and think you're going to get an entry level role, you're already behind the ball. So if you're getting your degree, the best thing that you can do is also gain that experience while you're getting that degree. You also want to work in an environment that you have that experience, so you know the groundwork. So when you get that degree, you also want to work on yourself, because a degree ain't nothing without common sense, right? So you can get the degree all you want, but if you don't got no effort in yourself, and you don't have the know-how, you don't have the knowledge, that degree is not going to work for you. You know what I'm saying? So the best thing to do is work on your own craft. Build your own labs, read, study, get your certs, start working in an entry role position, learn engineering, learn the basics, teach yourself. So once you get that degree, it will work for you. And you won't be coming into an entry level role because you already have that experience. Just like Mr. Klein one stated, he walked into a director of engineering position. I believe that's what he said, or a director of IT position. I did the same thing. I wasn't expecting it. I didn't have a degree, but what I have is 15 years of engineering knowledge. What I have is working with architects. What I have is working with high level executives that helped me land that position when I came to California a couple of years ago. So again, it's all on you as a person and what you bring, not the degree. That's all I have to say right here.
Nice. GT, you snuck in, bro. Okay, go ahead, get yours off real quick, and we're gonna close it up, y'all. Or GT ain't ready. Farron, what you got over there?
Yeah, I just want to say, man, I think you need to do everything, man. You need to get a degree, you need to get certs, you need to do projects. Cause I mean, me on the outside looking in, y'all guys, y'all all like professionals. I call y'all professionals because y'all been doing it a long time. But for me on the outside looking in, man, it's like anything else. You can't just come in and think just like you need 7 streams to make money to live. You need to take the same approach when it comes to this too. So I think you need to do each and everything and see what works for you. That's my 2 cents on it. I'm just coming in on the end of everything though.
All good, all good. All right, go ahead, Manuel. Go ahead, get it off, bro.
So I think I asked the question right. I've been in the cyberspace just a few years, and then I have my CISM.
Oh, wait, no questions. We're not doing how to break into the game. You got
Okay, no problem. Then let me say. I think I'm learning a lot from you guys, and then thank you guys a lot for putting everything out about the certificates and everything. That is what I've been looking for to do, because I don't have there's very little knowledge on what to do after you get into cyber and then the way forward. So I just wanted to say thank you guys, and then
appreciate you. Everything. We got to wrap it up. We're gonna close it up. I would love to continue, and I feel like this has been an amazing discussion. One for the record books, y'all. Why don't we start with Nigel and then MG and IT take us home, bro?
At the end of the day, cybersecurity is it's a results-driven field, right? Employees are hiring people to reduce risk, close gaps, and protect environments. At the end of the day, they're not here to reward academic pathways. All right, industry certs are mapped to actual tasks, roles, baselines across the market. It allows people to enter the workforce faster and not have the financial burden of going through a degree. Degrees absolutely have value in certain contexts. I want to be a CISO director, all these things. Okay, cool. That's cool. But across the broader cybersecurity hiring landscape, certifications consistently offer more practical and immediate relevant indicator of job readiness. And the market continues to behave accordingly to that. If it wasn't, we wouldn't have all these content creators and all these ads pushing all these certs. And that's my ending statement. This was all love. MG, you did great. I appreciate everyone stepping on. I am not, everyone knows, Nate knows, I'm not a cert or a degree person. I'm hands-on skills. I have 2 certs, no degrees, and I'm a lead in CTI. So you don't need none of that, really. You need to be able to communicate your skill set in a manner that warrants and elevates your value to the hiring manager. That is what you need to do. And the best way to do that is hands-on skills, hands-on keyboards, open up that CLI, build some stuff, break some stuff, make it unsecure, then make it secure. That is how you get into the field of cybersecurity. Can you prove your context? And how you go past these certs and degree, quote unquote, requirements is networking. Shake some hands, meet some people in the roles in the companies, and show your value. That is how you get in the field. If you want to put your resume up against the 10,000s and think that you have all these certs and you just want to be in a pool of people who have a whole bunch of certs or degrees, good luck. But if you meet some people, network, and can show your value, communicate it, you'll go very far.
What's up, Prince? I see you over there. Good stuff, Nigel. Thank you for joining. Let me before you kill it, MG and IT. Let me say what's up to everybody. What's up, Phil? What's up, Cyber Unk? Welcome in, Seeknay, Cyber MB, all the major players out there in the space. Y'all follow them boys. They're doing some amazing things. I'm checking to see anyone else I recognize. But hey, everyone, thank you so much. We go live every day. And we're doing a different topic every day. I need you to follow everyone that's on this panel. They're doing special things in the space. Go ahead, MG and IT, wrap us up, man. Get us out of here. Come off mute. Oh, I had to mute you because there was some feedback. My bad. Go ahead,
Okay.
bro.
All right. Hey, appreciate everybody for coming out. In the day and age of quick returns and immediate gratification, I understand certs are heavy. Let me spend a couple $100 and shoot for 150, 200K annual salary. I get that. That sounds great. If you told me I could give you a $500 and you would give me $200,000 back, I'd take it every day. But I feel like it comes down to what are we building in the long run for ourselves, for our careers, for our reputation. I'm always going to be a big fan of academia, guys. I get it. It's a little bit more upfront. And we talk about, financial burdens. But again, we're talking about tech here. We're talking about big roles. We're talking about roles starting off 70 to 100K. And then, progressing on forth up to 100, 150. Some even roles, people saying they make 300, 350. So, what is that at the end of the day? If it means you've invested in yourselves and network with the right people. At the end of the day, I'm just like Nigel, just like Nate. I'm not pro degrees or pro certs. It was just for the sake of the argument. But I feel like it comes down to hands-on skills and network. I'm a big network guy. Network, talk to people, meet people. At the end of the day, we have, especially cyber careers, it comes down to trust. Trust is a big thing. It's something you can't buy. And a lot of times you could barely fake it on LinkedIn if you try hard enough. But it comes down to trust. It's why, if you're in America, we're bringing a lot of American initiatives for people getting into cyber and, other countries as well. It comes down to trust, man. So talk to people, shake hands, smile, get to know each other, and have fun, man.
Yep. What's up, B for you, Echo? Welcome in. Everyone, have a great rest of your evening. Have a great night, morning, wherever you are in the world, whatever time you're watching this thing. We're going to keep this party going with these panels. I think that it's brought a lot of attention and a lot of good conversations to the table, and I'm hoping that it's helping folks out. So that's my goal, and I'm wish everyone a great, safe rest of their evening, and we'll catch you next time.